Is this is a gi optional session, so it's going to work with the gi, it's going to work without the gi. We're going to have a look at the kind of, I guess, aiming more at the ADCC style trials now, and the ADCC style training, so less of the points jiu-jitsu, less of the, like that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do today is just going to have a look at the seated butterfly guard. Going to have a look at number one is just the setup for the ankle locks, the heel hooks and things like that as well. From there we're going to go through a couple of defenses, a couple of attacks. Flynn wanted to have a look at some heel hook defenses, so we'll have a look at that today. But what I think would be good if we go into the position first, so we understand what's going on, then we can start to take it apart. And then what I want to do is I want to go through some passing systems that we don't put our legs into the position. So Tyron, jump onto your back. Seated butterfly guard, nice and easy. This is the drill, and this is kind of a drill that I started to use when I first started going off the leg lock game. So what Tyron's going to do is going to get an underhook on this side. He's now going to slowly fall over to his right hand side, lift his leg up. Now this is the key. He's going to straighten his leg to the ceiling, my leg drops in. This is your choice where we want to go to from here. So if we want to go to heel hook, or if we want to go to straight ankle lock, it'll be dependent on what we do. We're going to have a look at the heel hook for today. So Tyron's heel kicks across his knee, which turns me over and exposes. We clamp onto the back of the heel, palms together, squeeze, such a heel hook. So this is a really easy entrance into it off the butterfly. The thing that we want is we want the underhook, so that when he falls over, he can kind of throw the hand high, which makes me post, and that'll make me come forward. So here you go. So the straight ankle lock would be that we roll back that way, which is quite easy to defend because my weight's here. So instead he's going to kick my heel, which extends me, and if you see how my heel pops, so that'll be the current thing that we're going to have a look at. My goal from here is to try and clear my knee line. So if Tyron gets a really good squeeze on his forearm onto that, so no matter how hard I pull, he's coming with me. Where if you just squeeze your knees, I've got the option to start to put my heel. Can you feel how I can put my heel to the ground, which would be the defense of the heel hook? Because he wants to rotate my heel up, so my defense on the heel hook is to try and get my heel back down to the ground. Let's warm up that. 1, 2, 3. Time. So let me just, if I'm going to go the butterfly guard, and I'm going to purposely go towards the leg attacks and leg entanglements, and I'm going to specifically work on no gi, not gi obviously for the ADCC. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to hold my partner deep this side. I'm pulling my elbow and my shoulder down that side to make the side right, but my hand stays underneath my leg. So once it's this, so that'll bring it into position. So for me, I can either sweep or I can attack. There's no leg lock here yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick, put it over, and now we're in the position. Because my leg's behind his leg and I've got the hip, he's got no attack onto my legs. You okay there? So this is the part that I want you guys to have a look at, is when we do this, right, it's that I bite onto the heel. I'm seeing you guys crunch. Can you feel the difference on that? So if I crunch here, I'm not attacking the joint, where if I attack here, I'm attacking the joint. You can feel the difference on that? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring this over, and I can double this up. So if Tyron tries to run away from me, like it's super tight. Where if I'm here, he gets that little bit of motion going. So let's just have a look at that again. So when I grip, and it's a friction grip, I can kind of go post, hip escape, pull, but I'm coming under. Right? So I'm underneath, clean. Pay attention to those up the kicks. Here. So this means that he can't kick out because I've got the knee. Backside. Yeah, full rotation on that. So this is going to allow you to go to a few different positions, like the knee bar, if you want the knee bar, the heel hook. So Flynn, come here. So on the seated butterfly, and traditionally what we're doing is we're going on the opposite side. So this is kind of like a different one. So as I shuffle in, I've got the underhook and I'm here. Right, so if I have a gi, I hold the belt, but without it, I just get a friction grip. I'm posting, and what I'm doing is I'm moving 45 degrees backwards, so that make that. Okay, now that lifts, so this comes under. Okay. So for the last one is my legs are out of the zone. You can't get my leg because it's out of the zone. My legs are out of the zone. So I like to bite on the back. So what I'm doing is instead of holding here, I touch. So, yeah, it's huge difference, hey? So this is pain compliance, and if you're tough, you're not gonna, this is, I'm gonna snap your leg because I'm now attacking the ligaments and tendons and joint. If I want to, like I can go kick, bring this through and roll. So I've got my knee bar, got outside, I've got a whole pop. But just on this one here, so once I've got this is I go forearm towards him, forearm towards me. Forearm towards him, forearm towards me. Right, so now even if he tries to run, go slow please. You feel the difference on that? No, so it's kind of like I'm doing a cutting arm bar, but I'm biting onto the back of the heel. And you've got to go, because this is going to cause major damage. The way that try and run extends the ligaments and tendons and causes quite a fair bit of pain. So when you guys are doing with each other, just be nice. 1, 2, 3, let's go. The small detail is what makes this work, because you guys can go to this position really easy, but it's also one of those ones that if they're good at scrambling and kick out, you're going to lose it faster as well. So when I go to this position, I want to make sure that when I get that bite on the leg, I've secured the position. So from here on your knees, I rock and roll, so I pull off to the side, my leg goes up, okay, I'm underneath. So think about it this way, is when I'm under this side, so it's hard for her, because I want here where she can go, yeah, right? So I want it here. So even if she pulls it, it's behind my, yeah, right? So then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to kick it, bring my leg in, and I can go to my position. So this is your key position. So this stops her knee from running. Does that make sense? So I'm not turning yet, I'm going to stop her knee from running. I'll put the bite. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the blade, so we're not here, I'm here. So once I bite onto that and I roll it, it comes, so she's only got one way to go. So once it comes in here, now the process, and can you feel the difference on that? Where if I'm here, you can roll your heel left and, yeah, there's a lot of play. It's like doing a choke, but there's a space on the choke on the left side and the right side, yeah. So what I try and do is I take the space on the choke out by going, I'll bite it in. And once I roll it in, there's nowhere to go. Right, so I'm kind of going, I'm going to exaggerate, I'm going, smash the back of the calf, roll my elbows in, pull my elbow to the ceiling. Once I'm here, start to kick. And that'll put it on. If you're having trouble from here, like finishing it, right, instead of trying to like kick away, we'll just start to roll our knees down. And now, rotate. So this one's going to be a far better position. The main reason is she doesn't get access to any of my legs. And she's caught. So worst case scenario is I come up and I'm still going to get the pass and my legs are never in danger. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This one's that, because you guys got the concept of the move, there's nothing right, you guys have got that. You can get underneath and get the leg to position. Nice. So once I kind of get the leg and I kicked him over and I'm underneath and I'm here and I'm underneath the leg from here, right, is the first thing that happens is this knee line, I need to block it. That's the first thing. So he can't pull the knee out. What I'm saying is you guys are rolling this way, which means that you're going to lose the knee line straight away. So it's this. So once I have the knee line, I'm not rolling my knees, I'm rolling his foot. Because that's just escapist to go that way. So what I'm seeing is you guys are kind of going here and you're concentrating on the leg raise and that, but I've lost that knee line again. He's got the ability. So he stays up. I turn away from my partner and crush up. Instantly there's pain. So he's going to start to defend it, but once I pull that in, it's pretty much on. So I want this attack from this position. And he'll roll, because that's his defense, then I can finish it. So as I'm doing this, he's not going to go back down, he's going to roll down. So once he rolls down, this is when it's kind of on, and I can start to put his knee on the inside. So once it's on the inside, he's got nowhere to go, right? And I can almost finish this one-handed, it's pretty deep. So what I'm seeing, some of you guys, you're kind of coming like to here, but that knee, yeah. So I want that, so I'm trying to be nice, Michael, so I want that. I'm not going to put that on. So that, see, even just that, I've got the ability to squeeze my knees, to rotate that, to put it into that position where it's horrible. So it's more about keeping the knee line and the hip and the heel in one line, the knees on another line. Right, so you guys are kind of keeping it on the same line. And even if I rotate, he's still got the ability to kick out and move, yeah. Where if I keep that knee line just off a little bit, it's really hard for him to move on that. So that's the kind of the detail, that the knee's always out a little bit, and that allows me to put the pressure to rotate it. So what you're doing with Tyrone is you rolled him all the way down and Tyrone's knee was on the ground. So you're trying to rotate it, but everyone's foot can kind of roll that way once it hits the ground. So I want to keep the knee pinned between it. 1, 2, 3. This is something that we've already been working on anyway, so it's nothing out of the blue. But how we're getting there is a little bit different. I'll just grab Finn to start with on this one. So we're inside the full guard, and we're going to work on specifically no gi. So I'm not going to be able to get hold of the gi to manipulate him. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to raise my hips. I'm shooting my right hand under, but I'm cupping towards me. So I shoot my hips, I cup under, and I grab. So what I'm doing from here is I've got my legs closed. I haven't opened it up yet. What I want to do is I want to kick my legs to the ceiling like I'm doing an arm bar and bring this back. So the downfall on this one is to shoot up, because he gets access to mine, I get access. So straight away, so hold. Yeah. So raise my hips, under, kick him, pull over. So hold. Of course I'm laying on your leg. Yeah, it's really weird, you got nowhere to kick out. Time. So this is what you were doing before, but we're now adding McNasty. So, bang, bang, bang. Okay. Kick, over, and here. So if he tries to kick out to reshoot, it's pretty much on. If I need to, right, so if I get to the position I need to, straighten it up. So the toe hold's pretty legit on it, the knee bar's even better. It's a straight toe hold, so you guys can use it for brown belt and above in IBJJF, no gi. And gi actually. So just grab Tony. So what we're doing last time is we're using this to go back to the triangle. So we're holding the arm and kicking over and setting it as that post. We're going to the triangle. So from here, post, back to our triangle. Right. So what we're going to do on this one is, once I'm over here, is you guys can make this pretty bad by putting the knee onto the stomach and kicking your legs long. So, how's that feel? Do you reckon I could almost tap you from here? No. So, this is the key. I've got to get my legs free. So as I kick, I swim, I come over. On the toe hold, I'm being super nice. It says, if I'm on this part here, he's going to kick out because he's stronger than me. So on the toe hold, he kicks out. Yeah, amazing, hey. So that, you can kick out. That, why it's called a toe hold, you can't kick out. So I want to crush, and I want this as tight as I can. I don't want it down here. So what this does, it minimizes his motion. It also means that I can now start to feed it into my knee bars as well. 1, 2, 3. So elbows, bang, bang, close guard, put it here. So you're sitting him down first. Right, you've got to sit him down. Right, so what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to go kick, and my elbow stays in, so I'm going like to K-guard, and here. Oops, sorry, trying to get my tip in there. So come over, but when I sit, I reset. So see where I'm sitting, Flynn? So I can go to the inside as well. So, here, to hold, knee bar, he kicks out of the knee bar. Rotate the heel, set the knee position, because it's going to put them down, yeah. So knee position, sit up, how's that feel? How's that feel? So it's again, it's the clamp on it, and now I'm just rotating it back. So if you don't get to that knee bar position, you can't get to the inside heel hook. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the inside heel hook for you guys is a goal, not the toe hold. I want the inside heel hook. Through one more attack from here, and we're going to be pushing a little bit for time to do the whole system. So this will be something that we'll bring in next week as well, tying onto your back. Okay. So we're going to play seated butterfly guard. So this will kind of be where we're going to play. So if I allow Tyrone to come close to me, he can get the underhooks and overhooks and he can control me. Anytime that I reach over, he's got access to go underhook, etc. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my distance, but have my hands on this side of his legs. I'm doing two things. First of all is I'm going to push him backwards. I'm going to dive. I'm diving one hand under his leg and one hand over his hip. Right. So I dive, my head hips, control, and boom. So from here. Now if you notice, I haven't quite cleared his leg because his knee's in the way. So this is option 1 and option 2 is I use my left elbow, so this is my right elbow, use my left elbow to push the leg. He'll generally kind of go like half guard, he puts his leg back into half guard from here, I'll close the guard up and here's my knee bar. So that's really easy access to it, right? So that's the knee bar. Option 2 is from here, boom, I step off, he keeps his knee in there, and I'm having trouble clearing the knee with my left elbow. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to lift my right leg up, I'm going to hook onto his heel, sit back, just take the full rotational. So as he's doing the right thing, defending it, I'm popping it and taking the knee bar. The only reason the knee bar works is because I've got my right leg up, I've caught the heel in the side here. So off the guard pass, that enables me to hook it. So again, is that okay? So once I shoot it, boom, from here, I'm driving in, but trying to keep his leg on the inside. So I'm having trouble clearing this knee. So what I do is I step up on my right leg to pop it, and my right hand's just going to find the heel. I sit back. As I sit back, pop it, keep the knee in position and sit. So once again, blocks the knee, here, and just rotate. If he kicks out, It's even worse for him. Just going to put it on. Thing. It's a shoulder control guard pass. So I'm shooting hand under, hand over. My head hits like I'm going to guillotine position. Steps through. If he goes to half guard, simply squeeze my knees together, use your knee bar. If he rescues on the inside from here, lift my right leg up. So see how the heel's exposed? Cut the heel, sit back, boom. Heel hook, he kicks out, makes it even worse because it puts him into a straight leg position with the heel hook. So this is going to come up quite a fair bit. 1, 2, 3. I have to go for a triangle. What happens if I'm too shallow on the pass? So what I'm doing is I'll just cover the pass so it's 1 and 2 and I'm here. So it's my left elbow that does the trick. So when I'm passing, what I'm doing is I'm smashing my left elbow and I'm dropping. So if he throws the right leg over, I just hold the toes. So if he tries to hit the scape or put me into triangle or feed or anything like that, I've got this ability to just you can bring your leg over the top, but you can't do anything with it because the bottom leg's pinned. So this is that position that like when I'm here outside and like I'm passing and he's got his leg over is from here, because I've got the toes, I can press the toes towards the butt. So he's always going to kick out. Once he kicks out, that's your one thing. So now as I come up, he's going to bring his leg back in. Boom, got it. Sit back. So even if that leg comes over, because I'm sitting outside the zone, it makes no difference. I can reset to come into all the different ones as well. So this position here will help you stabilise it. And you can, like my feet are in a good position, I'm not really worried about as far as getting heel hooked or whatever like that. If you guys want to play IBJJF, okay, do a knee squeeze, kick backwards, come back in and here's your straight ankle lock if you want to play IBJJF off it. Okay, you've got like 3 minutes guys with your foot, go. Yeah, depends where you are. I didn't get to do the defences today. I just wanted to kind of go into some attack positions so we're aware of some interesting attacks. What I would like to do is next week just rehash that again, and then we'll start to have a look at the defences for it. Get you guys so that you understand the heel hooks, you understand the position of the knee, and we start to deal with the defences on that as well. That's it guys, okay, 1, 2, 3.